welcome to the show.
Hey.
Welcome to Talkin Tuesdays, the person behind the pit. I am Barbecue Steve, and I just realized that my light was a little too bright. I am Barbecue Steve, and this is our very special guest, Cherry Anchor Barbecue, aka Joe. So, Mr. Joe, welcome. Let's see who's
Thanks
in
for
the
having
chat.
me.
Yeah, dude, no problem. We got the M chef. We got MC Barbecue, Rio Good. What's up, dude? Bikes Brew and Q. What's up? TFTI. Blazing Star. What's up, Team Blazing Star? Here we go. So, why don't we just delve right into it, and we'll ask what you drinking?
So the old trusty silver bullet.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, you
Mountains are
too, huh?
blue. Mountains are
Nice.
blue.
Heck yeah.
Just everyone that's watching right now. Of course, you don't have to worry about it if you're not watching and you're just listening later on. But Joe's the quality is just a little bit underwhelming, but we can hear him just fine. There's no crazy delay with his voice, so we're all right. Not bad. So let's see. Cooking with Brett, what's up? How's it going? And so for starters, why don't we just introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, kind of at the moment.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, I was born in a truck, on Tobacco Road or something like that. But just we'll just talk about who you are at the moment, man, and kind of what
All
you
right.
do.
Well, for starters, I apologize for the pixelated look on the camera, but
I'm featuring you.
Hopefully you can still hear me good.
Yes, absolutely, man.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm Joe Wilson from Stockton, California. I've been here my whole life, and I'm Cherry Anchor Barbecue. We established by the end of 2020 as far as a competition team.
Nice.
But I'm just like everyone else here. Love to grill and barbecue and cook.
And when you say we, what do you mean by we, Joe?
Me, you, and all these people in here like Rio and BJ and Tone, Mike.
No. We barbecue team. So is it just you solo? Who else helps you out?
So it depends. Like for doing steak, a lot of times my wife is always there. She trims and helps out. And then you can see JMX right there. That's like my brother BJ. He's always there helping me with the ribs. He'll be there this weekend with me, helping me out. And
so he's your real brother?
Just you could say that.
Oh,
you could say that. Yeah.
I guess we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So we got Blazing Star saying making pork panko spam French fries while watching these sexy guys. Hey,
yeah.
He is right on all points at that, with that comment. So eat with me XYZ, what's up? Anyone that's in this chat, just do us a favor and minimize your screen. You can on your cell phone too. Just bring it down. Share this on Instagram. Let them know we're live. What's up, Kembos? Let them know we're live. I mean, so here's the thing. So yes, exactly. Barbecue by John Z too. I wanted to say Joe Cherry Anchor is on the Jealous Devil Ambassador team. And right now he has a story that you need to go vote for him for.
3 of them.
To get him. Yeah. 3 stories, huh?
Yeah.
To get him to the next round, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully my post will be up soon, right?
Yeah.
So
tomorrow probably.
Yeah, so do that. But sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. Let them know that that we're live. The reason why I have Cherry Anchor on is I kind of said this in the in a private chat with him, but just he's gonna be the next best thing. I'm telling you, this guy, he really puts his heart and soul into competition barbecue, and not just that, but barbecue alone, grilling, smoking, anything you can do, trimming meats. This guy can throw them down with the best. And Dude, I appreciate your knowledge and in everything that you give to the community. Honestly,
Yeah.
you're probably the single nicest guy in the entire barbecue community. I mean,
Oh man.
what what do we call what do we call you, the teddy bear of barbecue?
And that's your
And then
tone. He says grizzly
and now
bear.
now Tone's calling you the grizzly bear of barbecue. So we're trying to get you a little grit right there.
Yeah. Too nice.
All right. So with that said, man, so you got this thing going. You got Cherry Anchor Barbecue. Where does that name come from?
So it's funny you say that. Let's start with Anchor. So Stockton, we are a port city. We have one of the largest ports here in Stockton. So
Oh yeah.
everything here, our baseball team, everything is an anchor. So that resembles where I'm from. And the cherry is not only my favorite wood, but it's my most local wood. Everything is cherry trees around here, or oak, or walnut. So
That is fantastic. So you just kind of put two and two together there. That's that's
yeah,
that's perfect, dude. I like that a lot.
and the
Um,
barbecue is because I like baking.
so your
So
logo, your logo. I remember when I first met you, and I was talking about your logo and how much I really liked it.
yeah,
Um, it's a special thing. Someone created that for you, right? Who was it?
it was actually a lady we knew locally. She was getting into doing logos, so we
Nice.
started with that. It came out good. When I went to start printing it and using it, I had some issues. So I had Gateway Graphics kind of just trace it, clean it up, and I've been pretty good since. But I haven't changed it. Little tweaks here and there, but that's been my logo.
Yeah, nice. Hey, TFTI, not featuring that one. Sorry, man. All right, cooking outside. What's up, Lucas? You finally made it in, dude. I'm glad. That's awesome. We got 15 people in here. I'm really happy that you guys are here to support Cherry Anchor.
Yeah.
This guy is freaking awesome. So why don't we go into the past a little bit? So kind of
Okay.
like, where you from, man? I mean, you seem like the good old country boy, but you're a Cali boy, man,
Yeah.
through and through. So
Yeah.
so let us know. Let us know a little bit about you. Kind of you're growing up. I mean, you're a young guy. What's your age, by the way?
Uh, I'll be. I'm 29. I'll be 30 this year. So
Oh man, you're
same
just a
age as
baby dog.
Lucas.
You're a little baby.
Yeah.
So with
Yeah.
that said, man, I mean, you don't got to go too far back, but
No.
but
No.
but you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
so let us know, dude. What it was kind of like growing up.
Yeah.
Parents, that kind of thing, dude. Let us know, man. I'm gonna feature you up.
Yeah. So growing up, there's no country really here. It's pretty much your regular city.
Right.
Yeah. Public schools. My mom worked two jobs, so she was pretty busy. So we cooked a lot at home, me and my sister. Um, I played sports, played football, a little bit of basketball, but football was my thing. I still watch it faithfully.
So
Maybe,
did you start the football when you were like young,
yeah, when
or
I was
just like
young,
high
yeah,
school? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I stopped during high school,
Why
but
why did you stop during high?
uh, I guess grades you could say, but they were good enough, to play, but not as good for some people. But yeah, so that maybe that's where my competitiveness comes from. I just, I like playing for something, I guess.
Okay, okay. And oh, thank you, Whiskey and Hardtack. Uh, that's too funny. So Joe, yeah, I think maybe like so you had some bad grades, you said.
They were decent at the time. You could
Right.
say
So
that.
I mean, just by the way you're saying that, I could tell like at that point, maybe in your life, you didn't feel like you were you didn't have a drive, right? You were just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
And so to bring it down to like barbecue, like
yeah,
it's funny because it's completely opposite. I mean,
yeah. I know.
you are up at the booty crack of dawn and
Yeah,
and lighting up some whatever. I mean, no matter
yeah,
how drunk you get on a weekend night, I'm just saying,
yeah,
and I do know this.
Yeah.
But you're such a trooper, man. I mean,
Yeah.
and this is why I know you are definitely going to be amazing, dude, with your competition circuit or whatever it is you end up doing. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, anyways, I totally interrupted your story. I was just kind of wanted to point that out of I don't know, if you ever see it or you see that in yourself of
No, I
um
do. I
how
do.
much
I
of a
do.
turnaround you've probably made in your life,
I do. I think with barbecue, you find a new challenge because
Yeah.
even though you cook something 20 times, one time it ain't right and it just screws you up. You're
Right.
always learning. You're always learning. If someone says they know it all, then they don't.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I totally agree with that, and I think all of us in here do. So,
Yeah.
so with what okay, you were in football, you kind of grades. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
whatever. Most likely you did a little
Yeah.
bit better.
Yeah.
Were your parents? Did you get in trouble?
No, I was a pretty good kid, I'd say.
But I mean, for the grades, did
For the
they
grades, no,
go?
that was just a small time. I met my wife, and then I became
Dang.
like a straight A student. You
So when
know,
when when did you meet your wife, dude?
2008. Yeah,
Jeez,
2008, sophomore year.
sophomore year of high school, and
Yeah,
then okay. And then you were just
yeah,
like, I gotta get this done. I gotta
yeah,
I gotta impress this chick or what?
yeah. Just motivated me, and it all worked out. We did some college. She did more college than me, obviously,
Right.
because that's the field I chose was automotive. But yeah,
Okay. So let's get into the barbecue.
yeah,
What brought you there? I mean, you met your wife,
yeah,
high school, obviously you guys weren't married sophomore year, dated, did all this stuff kind of stuff.
yeah,
But I mean, like like your upbringing, like I mean,
yeah,
your parents, I mean, did your dad cook? Did your mom
yeah,
grill? I mean,
yeah.
let me know.
So it can go way back for
Yeah,
that.
let's do it.
Okay. So when I was younger, like I said, my mom was a single mom.
Okay.
But on the weekends, I did get to go to my dad's, and he had a trusty Weber kettle. He's from Missouri, a huge Chiefs fan. I mean, you know, big barbecue community, right?
Right.
And he would cook chicken thighs over a Weber kettle and reverse sear them with the sauce and crisp it up, and it was the best thing, right? He
Yeah.
was probably using bullseye sauce or something.
Right, right. Masterpiece.
Yeah, you never know. So I loved it since then, but I never really got to cook until I was older. When I became, you know, later in high school, my mom let me use the gas grill we had. Yeah. And it was fun until you have, one too many flare ups. You're over that.
Yeah. Right, right, right.
So fast
Yeah.
forward a few years, I'm living with my in laws, and my wife's uncle, uh, he worked at Lowe's at the time. He came home with this electric smoker, master built. You put your water
Nice.
pan, your
Uh-huh.
chips in it. It was cool. It had a little dial. It took forever to get up the temp when you open the door, but me and my brother-in-law, we learned, ribs. We even did like corned beef. And we're talking, this is 2000, 11, 12
Right.
back then. We're learning everything and messing things up, cooking fall off the bone ribs because we thought that was the way you're supposed to do it, right?
Right. Right. It's just like
Yeah,
flip-flopping around.
yeah, and it was fun. And then as soon as we got our own place, my first purchase was a Oklahoma Joe offset and a
Oh,
Weber
wow.
kettle, and I was just every day since.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, so okay, wow. That's
yeah,
that's crazy. So
yeah,
describe your first cook on your Oklahoma Joe. So you
yeah.
got it. I'm sure you cooked on it the day you got
Oh
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what was it, bro?
Well,
And
actually, the first cook in this house was a Jumbo Joe 18-inch Weber kettle, but the portable ones,
yes, I know exactly
tabletop.
what you're talking about.
And I did a tri tip. I love my tri tip,
Right?
and I just I actually bought it, and I didn't have a slow and sear, so I put the coals on one side, cooked the tri tip on that side, and kind of flipped it over at the end. I didn't have a probe or nothing,
Right.
and it was good. It was good. And finally got my Oklahoma Joe built, and I was cooking tri-tip, and then I did chicken thighs, and couldn't figure out why the skin was so rubbery, and
Right. Well,
just kept working
explain,
at it and
explain,
working at it,
explain
and
that, bud. Explain that. Like,
yeah,
just the learning about it, the
yeah,
you're, like, I always talk about it's like we fail every day at what we do, and that's how
yeah,
we kind of learn. That's
yeah,
what's kind of, I mean, a lot of things with life. I mean,
yeah,
that is how it is, but it a lot, almost too much. So we do that in barbecue. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
we can cook 15 perfect tri-tips, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden your 16th one is like, what the heck was I
yeah,
doing?
exactly.
So I mean, explain some of the things you learned during
Um,
that process.
it's YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube, and I wouldn't just watch one guy's video. I'd watch like 10 videos.
Right.
Like I'd be up to like 11, 12, and 9 on a work night just watching, because a lot of guys on YouTube, they don't show you everything or exactly how they would do it.
Right.
And, you know, finally figured that out. And, it comes down to buying a probe. If you don't know what your grate temp is or what your meat temp is, you're going in blind already. So
Yeah.
if I could
Yeah.
have one tip, it'd be have a decent probe.
There you go. A temperature probe or thermometer probe that you put in your meat, whether or not it's one of those fancy leave-ins that are
Yeah.
internet friendly or Bluetooth
Yeah.
friendly or whatever, or just one of your run-of-the-mill boom
Yeah.
booms. Throw them
I
in
mean,
there.
go to Walmart, find something, at least get you in the ballpark.
Yeah. And like so, and now that you said that, I mean, we'll say
Yeah.
this. So, do you have your keychain with you?
My keychain, no, I don't. My keys are
So,
across
I
the
don't
house.
know. This is a little fun fact about Cherry Anchor Barbecue. He carries a keychain thermometer probe
Oh
with
yeah.
him at all times.
Yep. I do.
Just a
Just
little
in
fun fact.
case. You never
So,
know where you're
okay.
going.
So this will be a good thing. So I mean, the YouTubers or the
Yeah.
competition guys or whatever, or girls or
Yeah.
whatever, that who were the ones that you kind of looked up to the most, that you were like, because I mean, I know what you're saying about, like, you kind of got to watch quite a few, like you almost have to put
Yeah.
a few different videos together to kind of get the whole
Yeah.
process, and then go,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I
Yeah.
mean, let us know. Like, give me like three people, and they don't have to be like YouTube or
No.
famous. I mean,
No.
it could just be
Yeah.
whoever.
Well, a lot of times I would search the grill I was cooking on. Just
No,
look
I
at the
like
grill I was
that.
cooking on. Because, a guy cooking it on a pellet grill and I'm cooking it on a kettle, it's completely different. You know,
Yes.
completely different. So I would try to find guys and I would get attached to those guys because it's just more familiar with me. I can go out there and, replicate it. So cooking with rye was a big influence for me on the Oklahoma Joe because he had tons of videos on it.
Uh-huh.
And then Malcolm Reed, you could just type in how to barbecue right and then anything you
Anything.
want.
How to barbecue barbecues, and yeah, he'll
So
show
here's the
up.
keychain.
That's too awesome, dude. That's
Oh
too
yeah.
awesome. And so, okay, so interrupt that story. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming your wife brought it to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She must be
So
watching.
you know that talking Tuesdays, person behind the pit. You know that it's more so getting to know, again, the person behind the pit.
Yeah.
So with that awesome thing that she just did,
Yeah.
I want to say that she's a really big supporter of you.
Oh yeah.
If there's
Oh yeah.
anything, you can build on that, like that. That's amazing. I want you to maybe, um say out loud kind of maybe some things you don't tell her. Are there some things that you're like, I really appreciate her, dude, and I don't
Oh
think I
yeah.
tell her enough? Like, do you ever
Yeah,
think of
I
that
appreciate
sometimes?
it. I mean, just like that, I did not know she was watching. And she came in, I was thinking, why is she bringing me a keychain? Oh yeah. You know. you know. And then a lot of times, like you've seen me in competition backgrounds, I'm a little stressed. I'm a little like tunnel visioned,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just there, whatever she needs to do or wants to do, and it takes a lot of weight off me. And same thing
Yeah,
at
like,
home, after work, she takes care of a lot.
and that's what I was gonna say. So is that like a reflection of how your relationship always is, or is it just like she's
Yeah,
like just on you because she's like telling you, man, you better
yeah,
make that money, man, hurry up.
yeah, yeah. But it's just you got to have each other's back, right? I mean, you got to have a sidekick. No
Yeah,
one's no one's higher than anyone else. It's just we do our thing and we try to work together.
yeah. Because I mean, I tell you just a little bit that one we won't go into it, but that
Oh yeah,
SEA when I went real quick and you were away from the your tent area, and
yeah,
she was just there and she was just like really really into like starting to trim the steak, and she's
yeah,
getting really all or
yeah,
doing a few things. So I really I you've always again since the day I met you, you've constantly have talked about your wife and how much support she's given you.
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
wasn't she the one that was saying that, oh, you got to put the anchor on there, right, or something like that?
yeah, yeah. And she,
um Go
she's
ahead.
actually had input on my texture score in steak, and it did help when I finally listened to her after she beat me with it. you
There you
know,
go, bro.
but it's fun. We have a little friendly competition, but it's fun.
Dude, that's awesome. It's really it I tell you what, also, I don't know how many people in here know this, but today is Women's Day.
Oh wow,
So happy Women's Day to all the women out there. Eat with me XYZ, um and Joe's wife. So with that said,
yeah,
honestly, like I feel this way, personal opinion, maybe not, but no, I think a guy can probably just conquer the world with a woman's support,
yeah,
and honestly, and I guess that's why I bring that up, dude, is because your your wife is just the most awesome like supporter of you,
yeah,
and this is why I know
yeah.
you're gonna go far, dude. You
Thank
know,
you.
eh, great woman. She sounds like she's a great family too. You're always really talking about them, and
Yeah,
and you love the culture of everything that it's just it's a really cool thing. So
yeah,
I'm gonna totally take a turn and I'm gonna go back because I'm gonna say so. You're a big hunter, right?
yeah, yeah. Not big game, but waterfowl and
Right,
birds.
right. I
I'm
mean, you
into
you
yeah,
like you like your hunting, fishing,
yeah.
and whatever.
Loving
So
every day.
there you go. That's exactly. I was waiting for you to finish that, man.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you did. I appreciate it because y'all.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna be left hanging, but that's good. So you love that, dude. So how did you
Yeah.
get into that though?
That was actually some guys I knew. They hunted, and then at my church, they were like, "We're doing a hunter safety class for $10. It's 18 hours. If you
Dang.
want to do it, sign up. We're gonna cram it into 2 days, two like
Right.
4 hour days." So I pounded it out, and my first hunt was like a dove hunt, and it was we did a morning hunt. We got skunked, and then I went to a different spot that evening, and we just killed it. And I made like dove jalapeno poppers, and
Oh yeah.
I was loving it. I just like being out there. It's just kind of like being at a barbecue event, whether it's a meetup or whatever. Just the guys together and just having a good time.
Right. Right. What's your um well, I guess I don't like getting into that stuff on the live stream. So
Yeah,
I was just gonna ask yeah, so sorry.
yeah,
But anyway, so okay, let's it's not like a weird personal thing or anything, everybody. I'm just kinda like I
yeah.
just kinda try to stay away from certain issues or anything like that. So
Oh
whatever
yeah.
it is. TFTI Joe.
I told him get his license.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
it's a
and I
process.
think if I remember correctly, dude, some of the conversations he really wants to, and
Yeah,
he wants to go out there with you, and that's what I was gonna mention too. One of you, some guy right? You go out with the Rio Rio once in a
Yeah.
while?
We were planning on it. I had a reservation I got drawn for,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah,
Rio got
explain
COVID.
that. Explain that lottery thing or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I was a bit surprised, like, "What?" Like, so explain kinda what you're talking about. So, you
Yeah.
say, "Okay, hey, me and Barbecue Steve are gonna go hunting on
Yeah.
Saturday," right?
So, okay. It's complicated for people who aren't in California. They're going to be like, what the heck? So the duck hunt in California, you have to have one, which is your top priority, is a reservation. You pay $1 something at your local store or online, and you pick a location you want to hunt, and they'll draw it within 3 weeks. So within 2 or 3 weeks if you got drawn. And each location could be a 2-man hunt or a 4-man hunt, just depends where you go.
Mhm.
So if you get that, they give you a number, and you say you're number 14. It means you're number 14 in, and they may only take 30 reservations. So if you don't get that, you go up the night before between 6 and 8. You put in a number, whatever number you get is your number after the reservations.
Uh-huh.
If you don't do that, you come up in the morning at 8 a.m. and you're just waiting all day to get in. You might not get in. So it's super hard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just for a duck, but it's fun.
Yeah, but I mean, that sucks because, you have to prepare, you have to bring a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and then
But, but me being who I am, I don't care. I'll go up the night before after work, sleep in my truck, whatever I got to do,
right.
you know, just to make it happen.
I gotta tell you, man, I really don't think that anything gets you down, dude,
No.
yeah, so, after learning about that, TFTI says, "I retract my TFTI."
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, man,
Yeah.
just knowing you for a little bit and kinda being around you,
Yeah.
you are probably one of the most positive people I've ever known, dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
I do appreciate your attitude and your outlook on things. You kinda just take things by the second in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that second, you don't worry about the second until it gets there, and then you don't worry about it after it passed, I guess.
Yeah. It,
Um,
it could be because of my work, being a mechanic, you know, you, you could have your whole day planned and literally a wrench gets thrown in your day.
literally.
And all your plans you had that day are out the window. So you just got to take it as it comes and have a plan and try to stick to it.
Right. So, we got, Barbecue by Johnsy here is
Hey,
saying, "We gotta get you on a big game hunt, Joe."
well, I'm down. I haven't done it, but I would be interested.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if I can hike 10 miles.
You'll get there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is too funny. Oh, sorry, I got the old, yawns, I don't know why, but, oh,
Yeah.
well. So, dude, let's why don't we what did you okay, here's a
Oh
crazy
boy.
question. No, so that day I met you, let me ask you, maybe,
The first
you know
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
the very first time
When I was
that we
cooking
met.
tri-tip.
Yes, you were, absolutely, I'll remember that
Yeah.
too. Um, what did you think of me, man? Like, when I walked up, like, you were going like, "Who the heck's this guy?"
Well, I knew of you, and I was with my buddy
Uh-oh.
Matt. Smash Barbecue was next to me,
Uh-huh,
and we were
yeah, yeah.
cooking. And I seen you guys talking, and that was real cool. And you came over, we talked, and I was like, "You like Coors Light?
Yeah, dude, that's right.
You like tri-tip?"
Yep. And
We
I
just
was like,
kind of hit
"Oh,
it
heck
off.
yeah, bro."
It was awesome.
Yeah, and what and just because
Yeah.
Mike's in here, so what was, like, the first thing, dude, that I told you gotta
Yeah, I
try
know.
on the
You
tri-tip?
told me specifically, since you do a lot of tri-tips, I would suggest you start with the beef rub.
Right.
And I bought it and I went home. When it came in, I think I did a tri-tip that day. I went to got a Harris Ranch tri-tip and I was so
Mhm.
pumped to try it. and it was
Heck yeah.
phenomenal, and everyone here loved it.
Right.
And then it was just like you keep, you try to use other things, you just keep using the same stuff. I kept using Blazing Star,
Yeah.
to eventually you have a cabinet full of stuff you don't use.
Right, dude.
So
Right. Exactly. I know, dude.
if BJ's still in here, he's known. I've gave him like a box of rubs. Just here, I don't need it.
Right. I mean, dead serious, bro. So
Yeah,
it's just crazy how far we've come. Like, let's just say from that day,
yeah,
I mean, me and you, I mean, shoot, we're on like the same two teams,
yeah. I know.
so like that's just really awesome. And I wanted to speak on that. So on your team Blazing Star, like what made you so Blazing Star Barbecue would put out like a competition, so to speak, for
Oh
new for
yeah,
new new
trying to grow the team,
yeah,
right?
members of Team Blazing Star.
Yeah,
Hey, what up, Madeline? The blonde chef is in here. I think this might be one of her first Talkin' Tuesdays on the YouTube. So thank you for
nice.
joining. I appreciate it. So anyways, and in the chat right now, they're talking about going and finding in Sasquatch and doing whatever hunting they want to do. So that's awesome. So,
Heck
but
yeah,
I even totally forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, the Team Blazing Star. So
yeah,
I mean, um, you're busy with your comps, you're busy with doing all the other stuff, and I know that
yeah.
me and you've talked, doing messages back and forth or whatever,
Oh
just
yeah,
doing whatever before. And I know you were using Blazing Star, you were using other rubs, you were doing stuff. What made you kind of go, you know what, dude, I really want to be part of this team? Like,
yeah.
explain that for me.
Well, I'll simplify it when because we all cook at home every day, and it's like all we're using, it's all we like, and then I'm already winning with it in competition when it was mixed in, and I was just like, I want to go full on with this because I really don't care about anything anymore. I just, I know what I like now, and
Right.
I felt like I was already part of the team like before we did that competition. So
Uh-huh.
when he put out that thing, and I was like, man, if anyone feels like they should be on it, it should be me. And I just took that to heart, and my competition
Yeah.
just kind of hit me, and I was just like, boom, boom. I'm staying up till midnight busting out reels, and I was like, man,
Dang, bro.
I don't care, man. I'm getting this done.
See, like I feel like I'm watching the Talking Tuesdays right now. Like I'm learning stuff about you, bro.
Yeah,
Like the way you said that, bro. Like
yeah,
I really actually I've never seen that confidence come out of you before. Like
yeah.
you like specifically say that, and man, that was legit, bro. I was like, ooh, I got the chills. I got all warm inside.
Yeah, I was
See,
I was just pumping them out and trying to make them better because obviously I was just posting like photos,
uh-huh.
regular stuff. Like nothing wrong with that.
So is there anything that like drew you into being part of the team or just the rubs? Like were you just like, dude, I just love these rubs and I want to be I want to
Well,
rep.
I was talking to you like all the time. I was talking to Mike all the time,
Right.
and I was telling him about plans like before a competition, what I'm doing. I just felt like I'm already here.
Yeah, and what
So
was okay, I have to tell you, I don't know if you remember this. Oh, well, now you do, but
yeah,
uh what I kept saying to you, bro, stop in your competition. Stop what?
uh, was it using something? Was it
Layering. Stop
layering? Yeah, I
layering
know.
like that. I was
Yeah,
like, if you're using yeah, but
yeah, and that's another thing. If anyone hasn't bought Blazing Star, I'm sure everyone has in here. You know, you don't need to add 4 or 5 layers to a piece of meat. I mean, you buy one bottle, you have it all.
right.
Right.
And I mean, and again, going back to like watching the videos and
Yeah.
all the other stuff that, like what we all do, watching
Yeah.
a bunch of, different barbecuers or influencers doing things.
Yeah.
It became the norm was to oop, 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 put this
Yeah.
layer of this and kind of like you said, a dusting of this,
Yeah.
base layer of this with this and this, so
Yeah.
oh, there you go, Madeline. All right. So
Yeah.
the blonde chef herself. Happy Happy Women's Day, by the way, Madeline. You weren't in here when I said happy Women's Day, so hats off to you. She used Blazing Star tonight. So, anyways, back to Mister Joe here. Um, it I wanted to ask you. So, what is since we're on that topic, the Blazing Star? What is your favorite rub to use? Yours, like for personal
Hmm.
anything.
That's tough because I don't have a specific favorite meat, maybe. So I
Okay,
like
okay,
to,
okay. So, all right. So let's say, hey, Joe, come on over to my house, bro. You get to pick the rub. We're only using Blazing Star, but I'm going to do some. I'm going to grill some bone in, skin on chicken thighs. What are we using?
I would say it'd be a cross between either porkin or beef rub because I feel like the
Huh?
beef rub you could put it on anything. I know the
Yeah.
name says beef, but I mean you could put it on anything and it's fine. It's great.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like you could put it on freaking salmon. It'd be fine.
Dude, I have to say, I mean, look at these comments, bro.
Yeah,
You're part of this. You're part of influencing these people
yeah,
to use a lot of these. I mean, and they are all part of influencing the world. And I'm telling you, you
yeah,
guys that are saying, and not to turn this into like a blazing star or barbecue chat or live or anything, but at the same time, you guys that are in the chat that are saying these things, man, hey, shout it out to the world because
yeah,
um that's why we are on Team Blazing Star. Not to put words in your mouth, Joe, but
yeah,
um, because we want this to be out into the world, because it is that good. I've always
yeah,
said that since day one. It is that good.
yeah,
It's just great. It's got something
yeah.
for everyone. And just like Joe said, you could, I mean, dude, Joe, we could
Yeah.
probably put any rub pretty much on
No,
anything we
yeah.
make.
Yeah. That is
You know what I
true.
mean? Like we can go from all in one to
Yeah.
all in one rub from Blazing Star Barbecue all the way to the Scorpion rub
Yeah.
on probably just about anything.
Oh yeah. No, yeah.
So yeah,
And the only reason I said beef is because some people they can't handle some spice. So
right,
I wouldn't
right,
recommend like the scorpion to people who
right,
can't
right.
handle ketchup. But you know,
Yeah, dude. It's
yeah,
just it's really cool and
yeah.
honestly, again, dude, I truly consider you, dude, a really good friend,
Oh
a
yeah.
brother
Same
of
here.
mine.
Yeah.
I'd do anything for you, man.
No,
And
I
and to
appreciate
be
that.
on this team together with you
Yeah.
and the Jealous Devil too, like
Yeah.
I can't tell you, bro, I'm very honored to be part of something that you're a part of as well. And
Oh, I feel the
hopefully in the
same way.
right, hopefully in the
It's
future,
pumped.
there's so much more to look forward to
Yeah.
and I do appreciate that. So with that said, kind of the
Yeah.
future. Oh, and
Oh,
speaking
whoa.
of the devil,
Yeah.
we got Jealous Devil in the house. Heck yeah! See, we're giving you some shout outs. We got the hats
What's
on.
up,
We got the
JD? Burn the
what's
best,
up,
right?
Jealous Devil. Appreciate you coming on in and supporting this man, Cherry Anchor, Mr. Joe. But I was gonna say, so the future,
Yeah.
where's the future of Cherry Anchor going? And don't be humble, bro. Give me
Yeah.
that competitive side like you
Yeah.
deserve. What do you feel is gonna happen?
Well, for sure, the future being what I do, competition is my base, I guess you could say, of what I do. Uh,
Right,
I
right.
want to be in the Royal. I want to cook with the big dogs and the Memphis and May and do all the big ones.
So do you want to be in it or do you want to be
I want to kill it.
winning it? There you
I want
go,
to. I
bro.
want to kill it,
And
and I
like we
will. And I
yeah,
will.
bro, you're gonna and it I'm not this kind of like whatever, but we always say this in our little private chats and everything. Dude, speaking of the existence, dude, you're
Yeah.
you're gonna do all of that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And Jealous Devil, thank you. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying right there.
Oh,
Joe is
thank you.
absolutely a
Thank you.
legend in the making. And bro, you know
It's a
what?
shirt.
Right. Okay. So competition wise, man,
Yeah.
what is your favorite meat to cook for competitions?
I would say, and I only say this, is steak. And the reason I say that is because I struggle. And it's a constant fight for me
Really?
trying to perfect it. Yeah. Compared to ribs, I've had better luck with. I've done good in ribs. Not saying I'm going to do good in ribs every time,
Dude, I tell
but
you
I'm
what.
always chasing the hardest thing you could work on, and then that will eventually become something that is not a headache anymore.
Right.
So,
Dude, I tell you, I've had your ribs what last couple weekends ago.
oh
Bro,
yeah,
so damn good. So good.
and those weren't
Um,
competition ribs; those were just
but they should be. And I really think maybe I think you really probably try what you did, but anyway, so
it's similar, very similar. It
just
just
the Royal, like where I mean, the Royal's not gonna have your comp steaks, man. So
no, I know, no,
I
but
mean, tell me,
that's
bro,
my
like
goal is winning a KCBS, getting invited to basically the Super Bowl barbecue.
right.
You know,
I want to see you in Memphis in May.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. But
So
the
how
Royal has
long
always been a dream since watching, barbecue pit masters as a kid.
right, dude, right. So how long do you think that's going to take you, man?
I'm gonna try my hardest, to make it happen this year. you know,
Boom, dude,
you
let's
know,
go.
you
Let's
know.
go, bro.
If not, we'll kick ass next year and try to make it happen. But
Absolutely, exactly. And if not, then whatever. Yeah. And Rio said,
yeah,
"And the Jack,"
yeah,
and dude, anything else, bro. And
yeah,
you know what? You're gonna kill it. I just know it, dude. And
yeah. Thank you.
sometimes I'm like, ooh, like I'm so excited for you, bro, because I know it's gonna happen. I
Yeah,
know the work that you put into it, and you know what? You're not just you're not just the guy that's trying to do it and working hard at it. Like you're
yeah,
actually succeeding in it, and you're getting better like every single time.
yeah,
I mean, you literally. I mean, you know, if you don't mind, maybe you could
yeah.
explain to us what you were doing maybe what like 3 weeks ago. You were cooking a bunch of competition style meats, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
During the weekend.
what were you doing for that? Like why did you do that? I mean, if you don't,
Well, you always gotta practice. If you have a free weekend, you're not
right?
gonna get better at nothing with just sitting around and
Get it?
watching YouTube. So I woke up early, cooked 3 pork butts, cooked a brisket I separated, flat from point, cooked a bunch of chicken thighs, and on Sunday I did it again. And on
Yeah.
top of that, I drove it about 20 minutes to a
There you
nearby
go.
judge.
This is the part that I wanted you to
And
speak
so he
about.
can critique me. And I came back to his house the next day and said, "How do you like that?" So, just trying to get any edge or any critique I can get to be better, right? I mean,
Right. So I was wanting to ask you. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat a little bit.
yeah,
So a couple weeks ago, we had the Mr. Heath Riles himself on Talkin Tuesdays,
yeah.
and you went on the Instagram, and I knew, man, I had to have you in there.
Oh, I
You
froze up.
you froze up. You got nervous, bro. So
Yeah,
let's just say Mr. Heath Riles is watching.
yeah,
What were some of the things that I know you had so many burning things that you really just wanted to either say, ask, or just kind of like, you know, talk shop,
yeah. I just,
like what would be some of those things that you kind of wanted to say, man?
I gotta find my notebook. I had it written down,
You
but
did?
yeah,
You really did?
I had a couple things written down. Um, but yeah, just what's his main cooker? Does he cook all his meats on one cooker? Because some people do. Just questions like that, because Like me, I cook on like 4 or 5 different cookers, and they run at different temps. You know?
Right.
And I know he does things with Traeger and stuff. So I said maybe he's running like one cooker for this, one cooker for that. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because if you could simplify your day into like one cooker, that's pretty cool.
All right. So let's ask some questions. Sauce or no sauce?
Thanks, BJ. On what?
Ribs. Sauce or no sauce? And these are just general questions. Come on.
If
What's your
if I'm eating at home, I could go without sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if I'm trying to win a check, I'm throwing a kitchen sink at it.
Yeah. You're putting the sauce, glaze, butter, honey, everything you can.
I'm putting everything I can on it.
So I'm assuming wrap, or no wrap.
And that'd be the same answer. Like at home, I don't wrap it. I don't even pay attention to them.
So
I just throw. Huh?
So what about brisket? Let me ask you.
Mm.
So, and by the way,
Yeah.
here let's put this up there while I think about the question I was going to ask you. Bryce Gillian,
Oh yes.
really good friend
Thank
of
you.
ours. If you ever need help with any products to help you out, Joe, let me know. Help you any way I can.
Missouri,
That is
right?
what? Yeah,
He's in Missouri. Yeah.
yeah. And he owns that barbecue shop. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's like, dude, he's a
Yeah.
really, really good, generous
Yeah.
feller. So have you tried not wrapping your brisket
Oh yeah.
for a competition?
No.
Why? Let us know.
It just depends. Like this week, I'm cooking a brisket at this competition, and I used to not wrap because I had a backwood smoker, and it's a
Okay.
water smoker. People who don't know, there's a big old water pan above the charcoal. That's what it's made to do. It's so moist in there. You put your hand at the vent, it's wet.
Yeah.
You really don't need to wrap anything in there. But the problem is on that cooker being a water smoker, you can't get it past 250, 225.
Right.
So now I'm running sand in it with aluminum foil over it to clean the drippings. So now it's a lot drier. And now if the bark gets a little too crusty, I don't want, I will wrap. But I'm not wrapping at like some people say, you got to wrap at 165.
Yeah.
I may be wrapping at 193. And it might be for like 20 minutes. You're
doing it when you feel that it needs to be.
Yeah.
Not
you
just like
you don't need to wrap. I don't know why people cram that in people's mind. You don't need.
Well, I mean, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get it competition wise because it's kind of like you said. I mean, geez, and I mean, a lot of people know that have cooked brisket before. It does stall. It's a big, thick, huge piece of meat. And when you're in a competition, I mean, you got a time frame.
Yeah.
So I understand that's why they call it the Texas crutch or whatever. I mean, you gotta get it done. You gotta get it done, and you definitely don't want to ramp up that heat and kill that bark that you worked for.
Yeah, it just depends. I think in competition, you're cooking hotter than you usually would, just because you don't want to you don't want to miss a deadline. So
right,
things get hot, and that's just one way to protect it.
sounds romantic.
But like beef ribs and brisket at home, I don't really wrap. Don't really need to.
Right? So really, wow. So you're not even wrapping your beef ribs at home then?
No. Those last ones I didn't wrap it. I just let it go, watched a movie, and left the probe in it.
What's your favorite non-barbecue meal? If you say balut, I swear.
Okay, I won't say that. I have to say Thai food.
Really?
I love Thai food. I love it.
Well, I'm gonna have to message you after this or talk to you after this because we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to have you over for a minute because we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something awesome.
Okay, cool.
So, all right, I needed to make that a side note. So, all right, we got 9 minutes left, bro.
Yeah.
I really want you to give the best advice you can give to anyone that's out there listening. Like, I mean, you got Griddle Richie in here, right? So he's just commenting, I love hearing all of the different methods of cooking. I have a lot to learn. And that's the thing. And just like you said, if somebody's
Yeah.
saying, "Oh yeah, I know it all,"
No.
they don't. So, what kind of advice can you give to someone that's either just a backyard barbecuer guy, girl, or just starting out in the competition world? Well, I mean, what kind of
Yeah.
advice could you possibly give? Like, make sure you're prepared, or don't worry about it, or have a fun, drink a ton of beer while you're doing it, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So let us know kind of some good advice that you can give
Yeah.
us.
Well, I would say at least have a basic plan. My wife knows I have post-it notes on different doors or a whiteboard. If I put a meet on, I'll put the time. At least I know, I haven't checked on that for a while or whatever I'm doing. Just have a plan. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out for a lot of us all the time.
Right.
I could say that firsthand. So yeah, just keep on pushing, you know, keep trying and keep trying to perfect it.
All right.
Yeah, but you got to have a plan.
Right. So that's your biggest thing is to plan everything. Okay, let's
Yeah,
just say like so. Oh gosh, this weekend I
yeah,
got my first backyard barbecue competition. It's ribs, whatever, other
yeah.
stuff. How do you think I should prepare for that, man?
I would say, and I've told Rio this when he was first doing it. I said, cook on something you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Don't try to cook on something just because. And then, what I do, you don't have to do it, but I print out a schedule of like from my practices at home to I know roughly my deadline. This time I'm going to do this. This time I'm going to do that. And I know when I set timers on my phone just to
Wow.
stay on track because it's so easy at a social function event,
To
whether
forget.
it's a meetup or competition. You see somebody, you start talking, and your timer goes off, but you just started talking. So you don't want to
Right,
be
right.
you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
Just have a schedule, stick to it, have a plan, and
Treat it
adjust.
right. And I mean, in a sense, I mean, treat it like a competition, right?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever it is, even if you say, I'm gonna go just cook a spatchcock chicken this Sunday at home, you know. Well, if you've never done it before, or even if you've done it a lot, just kind of set a timer. Just have something to keep you focused on it.
Yeah.
You don't got to be sitting there watching it, but just
Right, dude.
keep at it.
That's too awesome, man. So I what we'll do, man, because I know,
Yeah,
and people are probably dying for us to go on the Instagram so they can all say what they need to say and stuff like
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
I
man.
do appreciate everyone that comes into this live, man. And dude, I'm telling you what, Joe, just
Yeah.
by the amount of people that have been in here tonight, dude, you have so much support, and I think way more than you know.
Oh well,
Um,
thank you.
it's phenomenal. I really love that you all came in here to support Joe, to kind of get to know him a little bit better. And if you don't know him, if you don't follow him on Instagram, please do. I'm sure all of you do.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, if you want to learn anything, this guy is an open book, and he'll
yeah.
definitely respond to you, man. I mean, you got questions. He like he said, I mean, there's like basically not a day off that he takes.
No, and it used
Um,
to be quite an open book. I mean, I'm still learning, but you
well,
talked me into sharing more.
yes. Well, and and that is probably one good thing you learned from Heath Riles. We'll bring it back there. It's just you
Yeah,
still got to cook it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like
yeah,
you said, there's so much more into that, bro. There's
yeah.
so much
There
more into
is,
the,
there
the
is.
planning. I mean, I could tell you exactly how I do my ribs, but like you said, somebody can go off and talk to their buddy, have a few beers, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah,
like, oh, it's just,
yeah,
it's crazy.
exactly. I mean,
But again, I really want to stress to you, bro, you're probably one of the most positive people I've ever known.
no, thank you.
And I really love the way that you attack life in
Yeah,
general, and just the way that you kind of, your wife, your surroundings, you really surround yourself with positive people, and
yeah,
I really appreciate that, man.
And you know, my mom worked hard, so I get that from her.
Dude,
I would
there
say.
you go. See, that's something you should have said a long time
I
ago.
know, I know.
Because then we could have talked about your mom, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm sure she's very proud of you, dude.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I'd say so. I hope so.
Right. And again, don't forget to vote for Joe on the Jealous
Yes,
Doubles Instagram story.
that
Just make
sandwich
sure.
came roaring past me earlier.
Yeah, dude. So
I'm like, man.
I want to say thank you to you, to your family, and especially for this time.
Thanks, BJ.
I really do. And here you
Thank
go, dude.
you, Jealous Devil. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
hands
That
down, dude.
means a lot to me.
I was just gonna say that's a
And
very,
BJ.
very
Yeah,
insane compliment, bro.
yeah,
So, with that said, dude, how would you like to take this over to the after party on the Instagram?
yeah. I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah. All right, dude. I appreciate the time. Just go ahead and stick with me for a minute while
Yeah,
after I end this. And then yeah, all right. Well, everyone that's in here, Jealous Devil, Blazing Star Barbecue, Pampered Chef, Consultant, Barbecue by Johnsy, JMS. I'll just say
yeah.
Joe's
You can say BJ.
honorable brother. We'll
Yeah,
just say thank you all for coming on in, Bill Holt, everybody, TFTI, all the people, all
yeah.
the peoples. With that said, have a great Tuesday night.